What do you see? You see us, a map of the world as we know it. What do you see now? It's strange, isn't it? Makes you feel dizzy. And yet, in space, there is no up or down, and so this upside-down map is just as correct as the one we all know. Realizing this made me think of the difference between knowing something and truly comprehending something. Just like Einstein once said, any fool can know, the point is to understand. We all spend so much time on our screens that I felt I needed something that helps me experience knowledge, that helps me understand the world. This is why I was so happy when my teacher introduced me to the World Scholars Cup. On January 15th, 6 of my classmates and my teacher went to a debate competition called the World Scholars Cup. Pac Dave, why am I telling you this? Well, Pac Dave once said, "There is nothing more important than broadening our horizons and deepening our worldview." The World Scholars Cup is a wonderful opportunity to do just that. I had the best experience there and one of the best journeys of my life. This was such a transformative learning experience that made me want to uplift the number 4 Sustainable Development Goal, quality education. I'm so fortunate to be in the position I'm in, and I'm so grateful I was part of this program. Just as Pac Dave brought this club into Green School, I wanted to do the same with the Cool Connection students. Cool Connection is a project involving local scholars who have a chance to learn English for free after their original classes. Most of them are very, very talented. The 3 main reasons why I wanted these kids to compete is I wanted them to have a lot of friends from all over the world, learn new things that they didn't even hear of before, and think critically, one of the most important skills you can have. My quest is about empowering, mentoring, and sharing my quality education with them throughout this experience. The mission of the Cool Connection states that realizing the potential unity has to advance sustainability through goals through language education, cultural exchange, and shared experiences. I plan to do this by building some confidence in these students and making this the experience they will never forget. In Jakarta, all the students there were so talented, and since then I couldn't stop imagining how talented a Cool Connection student would be. And I couldn't wait for them to have the quality education they deserved. I was so happy, but then I kept thinking about the obstacles that I would be facing, such as time management, how well the students knew English, or even a method to fundraise. But luckily, we all surpassed them together. Sadly, I did not have the strength to surpass one big problem, COVID-19 and the pandemic and the lockdown. Because of that, I couldn't prepare the students or even go to the competition in general. Because of this COVID-19, I had to come up with something creative. So we started to video call and starting to share ideas. But I felt I needed something that helped me socialize with the students a little bit more. So I arranged a meeting with them at Green School that we talked about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and the rules of the whole competition. No one really knew that this was the first time and the last time we would ever meet. Yes, everybody understood everything, but it just broke my heart to the thought that they would not get the quality education I promised them. But we had to accept about the pandemic and the lockdown, and I got over it pretty soon. The first things I wanted to achieve for these students were self-confidence. Why is it important to express themselves, for teenagers to express themselves? Well, first of all, it's very hard being a teenager for some people. Stress, hormones, and you're practically always tired. How do I know this? Well, I am one. A teen that expresses themselves can gain more self-confidence through the years, with your friends, with your pets, with your adults, teachers, parents. And according to the U.S. Department of Education, a teen that expresses themselves to their parents mostly can grow to become a more confident person. This is why I wanted these students to try something new and express themselves by working together and helping each other. The second achievement I wanted to achieve was new experiences. Some people never left Indonesia or even left Bali itself. And while I'm there traveling the world, exploring new cultures, new places, and new lands. They're here, of course, in the land they love, but they're stuck in this routine that they go over and over again every day, while I'm out there experiencing new things each day. So I thought, this made me feel guilty. So I thought of a way to be equal. I decided to create a place of equity between the local community and me. I always wanted to help the Cool Connection students with their English, but I never got the chance. And so this was the perfect time to do it. This is why I wanted these students to get inspired by this and have a learning experience of their own. My third and final achievement was create equity of opportunity. I was born in a very fortunate position, and I realized that. But I also realized that not everybody is provided with the opportunities I have been given. My goal here is to give people who might not have been fortunate as I am at least one of the opportunities I have been given. I want to show them how fun, how exciting, and how encouraging the World Scholars Cup really is. According to the French essayist Joseph Joubert, equity is the truth in action. I also really wanted to help Indonesian lifestyle with their style of learning because they don't really expand on what's happening in the world right now or what's happening in history, and I'm very grateful I get the chance to know all about this. Think of eating brand new food, meeting new people from all over the world, and talking about the solutions and the problems we came up with and created. I mean, interesting. I couldn't wait for them to meet people from everywhere. But then the coronavirus hit, and I got worried for my quest. So did my teachers, and so did my students. I tried to think of different ways to continue this project, but none of them really worked. So I thought of more positive ways of the situation. For example, maybe this is a time that people can really feel how much work teachers put into their students or their learning style, because their teachers, they're always so optimistic in times of crisis. And maybe this is the time where the world can really realize that education really is the most important thing in the world. In conclusion, when I was on that stage with a trophy in my hand and a medal around my neck, I felt so glad. That's why I came back from Jakarta with more than a couple of medals. I came back with the devotion to share my experience with the students who don't get to travel. I felt such a strong connection with the students in Jakarta that I was pondering at the fact of having a powerful relationship with the Cool Connection student instead. I was so blown away when I got this thought that I couldn't believe I could do it. That's why on the 15th of January, a great adventure started for me. And I was and still am so thankful I was part of it. Sadly, next year I will be moving to England, and I can't wait to share my experience with them and my devotion to learn. I can't believe I got this far, and I can't believe how much support I was given throughout the process of this captivating project. Although the virus got in my way a couple of times and probably ruined most of my plans, such as learning with the students face-to-face, enjoying my last few weeks at green school, and the competition in general, I'm just really happy to be part of this community, and it's a bummer I have to leave all these wonderful people behind. First of all, I want to thank my teachers for all the great amount of help they gave me. I want to thank my mom and my dad for being always by my side and giving me instructions on what to do when I was lost. My friends for always making me smile when I was stressing. The Cool Connection students for being part of my project. And finally, you, the audience, for listening. My time at Green School might be coming to an end, but my time as a lifelong learner, as someone who believes in the transformative power of education, is just beginning. Thank you.